What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with our Tales of Crestoria video. Today we're going to be hopping into the raid for the Halloween event and kind of just showing off what the boss is and what he does and that kind of stuff, as well as showing off a new unit of mine. I really only did like a couple singles, like 2 or 3 singles to see if I'd get lucky, and surprisingly we did kind of luck out. So you will see right here, I did end up filling out my light team here with Kong Wei, whatever, it doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. Anyways, so I was able to get him, and I've got him up to level 80, still working on everything else here, but he's actually a pretty solid unit. Really surprising that, you know, for 195% damage, he actually hits as hard as he does. But then again, it's also the boost from the event itself that's probably contributing to that. But he still hits pretty hard, which I'm pretty happy about. But with the materials from the event, I was able to get Jude finally to 100. I had him at 90 before the event, and I decided to do him over Milla because I just like how fast his Mystic Arc goes up. So, right now, level 100, he's pretty much hitting as hard as she does. So that's pretty cool there. But enough about my random gacha luck. We're going to go ahead and hop over. But first, I do want to remind everyone that tomorrow will be when the actual animated short for Tales of Crestoria Wake of Sin will be going up. It'll go up on Crunchyroll first, 3 hours early. And then 3 hours after that, it'll be on YouTube. So, I mean, if you don't get up super early in the morning, this really doesn't apply to you. Like, if you're someone, you know, that wakes up around, like, especially on the weekend, if you wake up around, like, I think, like, 11 or 12, it should be up on YouTube anyway. Let me just see. Yeah, 3 a.m. Pacific, so that's 6 a.m. Eastern. And so that's 9 a.m. Eastern for YouTube. Okay, so yeah, if you wake up at like 10 o'clock in the morning, it's already going to be up. So it's really not a big deal. It's just kind of a big deal for people who aren't in the US because you might still be up during that time and you're like, oh, I don't have access to Crunchyroll. I won't be able to do this. But for us, it really doesn't matter. Because it really is early in the morning. I'll actually... I usually don't end up going to sleep till like 5, 6 in the morning anyway, so maybe I'll still be up when it goes live and watch it. But let's head over to Limited Quest, Halloween Night Party. I liked the event as a whole because what it does for Ratatosk as a character, but I feel like the ending was a little too abrupt. But that's just me. But it was still a fun Halloween event. Before we hop into it, let's talk over some things. This has actually been a thing for a few events, but I never really talked about it. There are more rewards now. You know, instead of just going to the 150,000 where you get that SR ticket, it goes all the way up to 300,000, where there's some pretty good stuff here, like some very hard cores for the light raids. So once you're done with this, you know, it gives you an opportunity to go farm if you need more materials. And then getting some gold is always nice here and there, as well as another SR ticket there. And for the event shop, they brought back 2 types of currencies. So we have these small little, like, ghost cookies that you can exchange, as well as the pumpkins. So there is kind of double rewards. You'll see down here I've already exchanged for quite... Oh, it doesn't show the... Oh, no, yes, it does. Okay. So you can see I've exchanged for quite a few things down here. They do have SR tickets now, which is very, very nice. You can get 3 SR tickets to exchange for. Spoilers, they didn't give me anything. Oh, and there's one more thing I didn't talk about. We'll talk about it here in a second. I already exchanged for all of the... I've already max limit broken the Ratatosk and the Mint Memorias. Interesting thing here. This is our first time we're getting a second SSR Memoria of a specific color. They went through all 6 regular colors, but funny enough, for SR Memorias, we don't have one of every color. We are still missing a free-to-play light Memoria, which is actually kind of funny to me. Now, the other thing I wanted to quickly mention before we hop into the event itself, or the raid per se, I did pull off of a random ticket. I got my final Lloyd dupe here. Well, I say final, but it was my 4th, and then I just sacrificed the Memoria I already had for him to max limit break him. So my Lloyd is now officially duped out, which I guess you could say is kind of a waste. I wasted my leveled up Memoria, but if I pull another dupe for him, I'll just start leveling up that Memoria again. It's really not a huge deal. The only downside was that I did put some refinement into it. But yeah, so I do have my first max limit broken SSR, which is ironic that my favorite Tails character would be my first one, because it's obviously I wasn't chasing him. But I guess the next one that would probably be the most likely I would get would either be Earhart or Cress. Is there anyone else I have at 3? I think those are the only 2, actually. Yeah, Earhart or Cress is probably going to be my next full one, which I'd prefer Earhart over Crest because we already have, you know... By the way, my Earth team is going to be great now because we have that 20% defense plus to Earth allies. So Lloyd is actually pretty good right now. He's sitting pretty nice. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and hop in. So with the Halloween Spirit, we're fighting this like demonic true nightmare thingamajigger. And I have a feeling that this event was modeled a while ago, because we're back to having 3 difficulties, where the last event we just had very hard, and it only cost 1. So I'm wondering if this event was made way earlier than the Polwiggle raid that we just had. But honestly, overall, it's not really a huge deal. But so we're gonna go ahead. We are going to bring my light team, as you can see here, and we're gonna see how it kind of goes. By the way, I have Shing. And yes, I'm not going to be calling him Core, by the way. I have Shing and Philia here because they are max duped out, so their bonuses will definitely help my light team than just having 2 random people back here. So he gives 15% to my whole team for light, and then she gives, what was it? HP of light allies restored by 9% when a wave starts. So every wave, which doesn't really help in this specific situation, but it's going to help because it's obviously there's only 1 wave because you just fight a boss. But, you know, for farming the actual stage, or if I ever have to take a light team into an actual, like, story thing, because we'll probably have a story in the next, like, week, that's what it'll be useful for. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and and the interesting thing, you know, obviously, you know, like I said, we don't have a SR Memoria that we've been able to free-to-play farm, so I would normally want to throw that maybe on, like, Jude, you know, to make him a little bit stronger, but we don't have one. So, like, I have Kratos on Milla, I have Ruby on Estelle, and then I have Ratatosk on Kongwei. So, let's hop in. I spent, like, 8 minutes just talking about stuff, you know, before the mission, but, you know, people say they like when I give all the information possible, so that is what we're here to do. So we'll request help here in a little bit, but not right away. I've actually auto-battled this completely, so I know that my team can... I lose people, but I can clear it. Alright, so let's look. I haven't actually, like, not auto-battled with him before, so... Blast Streak is 100% chance. Okay, so it's 100% damage and 100% chance to increase attack of all allies by 10% for 40 seconds. Wait, why is it a time thing? So then you want to go, like, really fast, I guess? I thought it's supposed to be turns. Why does it have a timer? I guess maybe it matters for this, so maybe it applies to the rest of your raid group. 27,000 right there. Obviously, he is the boost for this event, so he's going to be hitting much harder than he would if I took him into, like, a regular story thing. That's obviously an AoE, so that would have been nice if we had more than one enemy to fight. Let's go ahead and heal Milla. Yeah, like 16,000 is pretty good for Jude. I've seen his for my specific Kongwei. I've seen him hit for up to like 60,000 so far, which I'm pretty happy about. Boom. Boom. 44,000 is pretty good. 36,000 just for slapping with his book. That's crazy. Alright, let's pay a little more attention to what this boss is actually doing to us. By the way, Kongwei's Mystic Art goes up super fast, so even in an event like this, where he's hitting for like, you know, 30, 40, 50k per Mystic Art, it's actually pretty good, you know, every 2 or 3 turns. So yeah, I mean, he does this negative gate, he does like an all-team swipe, he also does like a 2 blast, where he'll just attack 2 enemies at once, but overall it's not that big of a deal. The only issue obviously being that this is a light raid, light and dark, so you take double damage as well. But other than that, I think that's pretty much the important stuff to go over. Now let's go ahead and do this. Now, I know a lot of people will say, you know, why are you requesting help if you can clear this on your own? You should just do it for more rewards. 1, it takes like 10-15 minutes. And 2, the extra rewards you get for clearing it on your own aren't even that many. Like, I did comparisons, and especially with the last event, where when I cleared it by myself, and I was only getting like an extra 1 to 200, you know, unless I got really lucky, I was getting like 1, 2, 300 extra event currency. So it really didn't matter to me that much. So overall, I'm fine with just requesting help and doing it more often, because in the long run, it doesn't feel like as big of a deal. I'd rather complete it more times faster than get a little bit of extra rewards. Because the whole point of co-op is to, like, take co-op, so it's weird that they wouldn't have an incentive for you having more players in your thing. You would think it would be more rewarding to actually have people in here, since that's kind of the point of the game mode. Oh, Jude's gonna hit pretty hard here. Real shame Kongwei didn't have his Mystic Art there. I think he would have really hit for a lot. Plus, as you can see, I requested for help. No one even joined anyway, so it's not like it really matters too much in the long run. If we really aren't going to be getting any help, I think I may just speed this part up for all of you on YouTube, and because this is probably going to take at least like another 5 minutes, and I'm running out of stuff to talk about. What else is coming out in the game? So, we'll obviously have a new banner around the 30th, and a new event around the 2nd of November, and then we'll probably have a story chapter, you know, whether it's a new story or another side story, around the 25th. As well as the revamp of, or not revamp, but the next round of the tower we can do, which, now that I've completed it, and this was before I had all my new wind units, I cleared, I think it was 27 or floor 27 or 28 was the wind stage, and I only had Velvet, and the rest I was just using other colored characters. So now that I have, like, almost fully colored teams, I feel like every tower I should be able to complete. So maybe I'll do, like, you know, like tower live streams at some point. But I think other than that, that's pretty much it. So I'll just let this complete, and then we'll be back to kind of close everything up. And that's it. So that kind of proves that now that I have, because before when I was doing it on my own, or I tried to, Kongwei didn't have a maxed out Memoria on him, but with Granitas Memoria, he's fine. So yeah, usually when I run this with actual other people, usually these last 3 groups of pumpkins are not here, so that's like another 100. I usually always get up to like this part right here, so all these rewards up to this point. I might not get as I mean, you get Ghost for being the finder sometimes, and for being the MVP, which is always nice. But overall, I don't mind actually running it with people. And as you can see, I've actually started to use my BP at the top there, because I'm down to 63. I was at 53, but I ranked up today. But other than that, I think that is pretty much it. Let's see when Phantom Tower actually resets. So yeah, the 25th of this month, which as you can see, I did already clear it. And then, yeah, I think that is pretty much everything. I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about here, but for whatever reason, I can't recall it. I did not actually mean to open my guild. But yeah. That's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you guys think of this event down below, both the story and the raid itself. And I guess I will see you guys in the next... Oh, I know what I wanted to mention. So, this, you go to the summon page, which actually I didn't do my free summon for the day, so let's go ahead and let's do that while we're here. I have seen people get lucky on these. Okay. Wingle. Cool. We do have that paid. I don't think you can see it here until you actually buy the pack. We do know the price for the paid pack because it went up. What was it, Friday morning? And, nope, not exchange. I meant to go to shop. So right here in the top left, this is the short animation release pack. And it is $40, which is what I was afraid of. I was hoping it'd be closer to $30, but honestly, once I found out that it's not just the 3 SSRs from the actual animation, apparently, according to people who have purchased it, it contains all the SSRs, non-EX units, but every SSR except for Edna and Kongwei. So you should have every single one there up till the last event that just went on. So, I mean, that's pretty good, I feel like, overall. So, if that is something you are interested in, definitely go for it. But, you know, when I look at how many SSRs I have, and obviously don't count Leon because he is an EX unit, but I have a lot of SSRs here. So the odds of me pulling a dupe for any of these characters is actually pretty high. But I might still grab it, you know, later on. It's going to be here for a little bit, so we have time to kind of grab it. But that's going to be it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.